eat the amount that I'm about to explain to you that he needs to eat, or his tires will deflate during the fight. We take it all the way back to Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. When Sugar Ray Leonard did something that most people don't understand why it was able to happen, but Sugar Ray Leonard actually lost 12 and a half, 13 pounds during the marvelous Marvin Hagler fight. And I'm going to explain why Terrence Crawford can't make that exact same mistake. And I'm going to explain exactly what does he need to do to prevent that from happening, and so he can hold on to the mass as the rounds will get grueling, and he needs that mass to protect him from those shots that he will be getting hit by the much heavier Canelo Alvarez. So number one, when you are training in a training camp at the world-class level, the best practice to take under your own wing is to make sure that you're putting in enough calories. That's number one. Two, intermittent fasting is one of the greatest tools in methodology in eating and consumption that there has been to date. Therefore, that's why most people who intermittent fast have a much longer life expectancy, and it's because of this. Number one, you allow your body to totally cleanse itself after eating. Then the food goes through the process of digesting. And cleansing and digesting is not the same thing. The body has to cleanse itself of the impurities, and that process takes until 11 a.m. basically, when you stop eating at the mid-evening time frame, which is typically between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m. Now, I'm going to explain why this is important for most athletes, and this is one of the main reasons that they lose weight throughout the fight, because number one, the protein intake is truly not going through what it needs to, because the metabolic rate of the body has to be measured in all three phases, where most people, they just eat the calories, but they don't understand the necessary macros that need to be proportioned out. So when I think about the grams of protein that someone like Terrence Crawford would need, we're talking about he's going to fight at 168. So every single day he needs to pop in 2.2 grams of protein every single day without fail. Now from that point, that's just the beginning phase. When he puts that in, we have to make sure that that sticks, because you can go through the GLP, and if you don't GLP-1, now we have to make sure that that stuff is burning slower. So when you don't truly put in enough protein, what happens is the body goes through a process where it metabolizes in the muscle, and that's muscular protein synthesis. And if it does not get enough, what happens is it breaks the pattern of your muscular development. And if you have muscular development issues, you might look a certain way, but you won't produce and perform a certain way. So herein lies the thing where you have to make sure you got true licensed dietitians inside of your camp, because you can't Google this, because there are adjustments that your body has to make. And only professionals who do this for a living understand that process. So when you're going through this process, what's so beautiful about the science behind anything that you learn, whether it's boxing, there's the skill, there's the cognitive awareness, and then there's the science. We don't just teach, like, let me show you a demo. We teach you the science behind it. And a lot of that triggers back to the nervous system, right? How to understand how to hardwire that body, that mind, and all of the things that are tied to those tentacles, right? So back to the food. When you're putting in the food, you have to make sure that you have foods high in fiber. Why? Because you have to slow down the production of your metabolic rate for the body to hold on to it and extract as many nutrients from it as possible. And if you're doing that, then what you're going through is you're letting the body know that you're not pushing, you're not rushing. So it doesn't interfere with the muscular protein synthesis process. And you're also allowing your body to go through that 16 to 18 hour fast point where it's not just digesting the food, but it's cleansing. So the next day you get a brand new start. And now everything that you're actually developing is settling in, and you're not going through what we call the muscle pump, meaning you look big. Because I can look at individuals' muscles, like the image that I recently saw of Bud Crawford, and I can tell you, that will go away the night of the fight. That's not muscle, that's fluid. And that's what we call hyperemia. Hyperemia is just the illusion that you're big. You wake up in the morning or you go for a jog, those muscles are gone. It's all fluid. Herein lies why it's not suggested that you go up in weight inside of a year unless you've already been teetering around that idea, because going up one weight class is a beast. You can ask Canelo when he fought Bivol. He was already at 175. But when you fight someone that's good too, and they're bigger and have a much deeper pedigree, then you're going to find out that it's like hitting someone with pillowcases on your hands. Quote unquote Shane Mosley versus Winky Wright. Go pull up the interview. It was like I was hitting him with pillowcases because the density of the body at the other weight classes is much different. Herein lies the issue when we talk about tomorrow. Why is the muscle memory going to come into play? Because it's something that you're not quite aware of that I'm going to break down to you. So if you like this kind of insight and information, then make sure you tune in tomorrow as we break down what exactly goes into muscle memory and how it's going to play a role in this fight like you've never seen before. That's all I got. Hopefully you guys understand that you're going to need to put in the right amount of calories, but at the same time, you're going to need to know those things broken down in grams, the actual micros of these things, and what actually helps your body sustain a level of testosterone and psyllium, Brazil nuts. We got to make sure that we're taking in things that's going to build us from the inside as men when we go into that ring as the gladiator sport of all time. So make sure you take that. If you'd like to have that meal plan that gives you all of those grams that you will need at that level, make sure you comment the word fighter down in the comment boxes, and I'll have that emailed over to you by our AI bot. Complete meal plan. So Coach Bradley signing out. Be blessed at Godspeed. I hope you guys keep it locked. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to let people know that we're about to put up that smoke again. Tune in as we keep it popping. This is Master Boxing.